let's talk about let's talk about how to know if you are a victim, a worker, or a winner. If this is your first time here, welcome to the Confetti Collective. We are a digital media platform for women, and our job is to give women like you what you need to help you boost your confidence. My name is Monique James, Mo James. I am the founder and confidence coach behind the Confetti Collective, and I am here to activate your audacity. When your audacity is activated, your confidence is growing, you are equipped to then move through your life and you can take responsibility, take ownership, and take up space. And that is what we do here at the Confetti Collective. And today, for this brief conversation I want to have with you, I want to talk about getting your be in order so that your do and your have will take care of themselves. So, a couple of Saturdays ago, 2 weeks ago now, I think, or something like that, I hosted a life class called the Create Your Confident Vision Life Class. And it was an expansion of what we've done over the past 5 years in hosting a vision board workshop. And I wanted to make the shift. I recognized I needed to make the shift because we had been centering and focusing our glow ups on these vision boards, and there's nothing wrong with that, but I believe that when you know better, you do better. And for me, 2020 really gave me the opportunity to recognize that showing up in the fullness of my responsibility as a confidence coach wasn't going to look like centering the vision board. Instead, it was going to look like equipping the woman that holds the vision board to becoming who she's going to need to be so that her vision manifests in her life. So we made that shift, and this year hosted the life class. And what I want to talk to you about today is digging a little bit deeper into the idea behind why we did things the way that we did. So there was a post that went out on the Confetti Collective Instagram a week ago or so, I don't know, that said, when your be is secure, your do will take care of itself. And what does that mean? Basically, and I said this during the live class, my goal, my agenda, my mission was to equip the women attending with the tools and the resources that they needed in order to become the woman that would be responsible, that can handle the capacity for your vision. Because let's be honest, let's tell the truth. We make our vision boards and we do all of those things every year, right? And we kind of look at the things on that vision board as something that happens separate from us. We think, oh, well, this is what I said I want to do, so I just need to focus on doing things to help me get to the things that I said I want, right? And again, for me, I wanted to back up that conversation a little bit and talk more about the becoming process first, because when your be is secure, your do and your have will take care of themselves. So this conversation is rooted in a coaching model that's known as the be, do, have. I mean, it's not even revolutionary. It's really clear. The be, do, have coaching model, which identifies victims, workers, and winners in life. Because we don't realize it. We have an approach to our lives that guides everything that we do and creates the circumstances that we find ourselves in and all of those things. And I wanted to make the conversation about, hey, Deneen, good morning. I wanted to make the conversation about the being, because I recognize that is the most important piece to the puzzle. When you are clear on who you need to become, then you will focus on that, and then everything else will take care of themselves. So let me break this down, right? So be, do, have. Essentially, who must I be? What must I do so that I can have? That's essentially what it means. And I said the vision board conversation focuses on the doing. The vision board conversation focuses on the steps that we need to take to fulfill to achieve the goal, to create the dream, or to have the accomplishment. And that's a little bit backwards. The be part is first, because that focuses on the person, who you need to grow into, who you need to mature into, who you need to evolve into, because when that is secure, everything that you want in life will take care of itself. So let's talk about the three approaches, be, do, have of this model, right? And different, there's a different type of person that prioritizes a different aspect of this conversation. And I want to start with the victim. The victim focuses on the have. The victim focuses on the have. The victim says, when I have enough time, when I have enough support, when I have enough blankety blank, then I will do all of the things that I've said I wanted to do. Then I'll be happy. The victim prioritizes having. When I have this, and this in place, then I will do this, and this, and then I'll be happy. But the issue is the victim doesn't have any of those things yet. So they tell themselves, well, I want to have what somebody else has. And if I had what they had, then I would be as successful as them. If I had XYZ material things, that I would be as successful and I would be as happy as so-and-so, but I don't, so I'm not. The victim, because they focus on the have first, they are always waiting for something external, something outside of themselves to change before they will move forward in life. The victim prioritizes the have, and whatever it is that they don't have becomes the reason, the justification, the excuse that they can't do and won't be happy. I know y'all didn't think it was going to be this deep. That's the victim. Let's talk about the worker. The worker focuses on do. The worker says, the more I do, the more I have. And the more I have, then the happier I will be. The worker prioritizes the doing. And what I've realized is when we make our vision boards, we put ourselves in worker mode, right? Because we look at all of the things that we want to have, and then we say, I need to focus on doing in order to have all of the things on my vision board. The worker says, the more I do, the more I'll have, and the more I have, the happier I'll be. But here's the problem with that. The problem with that is the more I do, the more there will always be to do. So I will get into this cycle of doing, and then I end up overworked, busy, overwhelmed, exhausted. And then I get into that cycle of the more I have, the more there is to lose. So that's the harder I got to work. So the worker puts themselves into a self-fulfilling prophecy of doing and never having what they say they want to have. And because they don't have it, then they'll never be happy. Hey, Shazal, thanks for tuning in. That's the worker. Now let's talk about the winner. The winner in this equation, the winner approaches life like this. They say, it's not what I need, it's not what I do, and it's not what I have before I can start. Once I know who I need to be, once I know what kind of person, what are the habits, what are the desires, what does the lifestyle of the person that has this vision, that has all of this success, that is happy in their relationships, who is that person? Who do I need to be in order to access the outcomes or the lifestyle that I want? Who do I need to be? How does that kind of person show up in life? The winner says, I will become who I need to become so that my doing, because once I've become that person, then I'm going to move through life doing what that person would do. And then I'm going to make the type of decisions that that person would make so that I can have what I've said I wanted. So you get to decide if you are a victim who prioritizes having things and recognizing that if you don't have it, you'll never do what you said you wanted to do and you'll never be happy. Or you could be the worker who says, I just need to focus on doing because the more I do, the more I'll have, and never get clear on who they need to be. Or you can be a winner who says, I will prioritize being that type of person who enjoys that type of lifestyle. Because as long as my be is secure, my doing and my having will take care of themselves. When your be is secure, when you have become that person, that means when you've dropped those unproductive habits, when you stop making excuses, when you've ditched those limiting beliefs, when you stop doing the things when you stop living beneath where you know you're called to be, when you stop living what I call a lowest common denominator existence. Because when you know who you need to be, then you will be able to recognize what in my surroundings, what in my environment is not in alignment with who I need to be. And then you will create the environment that supports who you need to be. And then you'll put yourself into situations that allow you to make the types of decisions and do what that person would do so that you can have the lifestyle that you've said you want. When your be is secure, your do and have will take care of themselves. And I wanted to explain this coaching methodology, be, do, have, so that if you recognize that you are in the victim mode right now and you're only focusing on having, then you can get yourself out of it. If you recognize that you are in the worker mode and you're just focused on the doing, you can get yourself out of it. And you can get to the winner. You can adopt the mindset of the winner. You can follow the blueprint of the winner and focus on becoming who you need to be. And then you won't have to worry about the doing and the having because your be will be secure. So we talked about this during the Create Your Confident Vision Life class. The Life Class replay is now available for unlimited access. You can enroll at the link in the caption of this broadcast, in the caption of this replay on Instagram, and get the tools to prepare you, the woman, to become who you need to be in order to handle the vision that you want. You will have to become her first. Because even if you luck up and get to the vision, but you haven't changed who you be, you'll squander it, you'll sabotage it, you'll waste it, it will slip through your fingers. And you won't even know why. You won't even recognize why. So it's so important to get your being to focus on who you need to be. Because when that's good, when that is solid, when you are clear and unshakable in that and who she is, everything else will take care of itself. So that is all that I have to share. I thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you are not already a follower of the Confetti Collective, I invite you to be a part of our online community. If you're watching this and there is a woman in your life that you know needed to hear this conversation, I invite you to share this with her. And again, if you want to register to enroll in the Create Your Confident Vision Life class, it's still available. It'll be available forever. It's always here because we always need to be focusing on who we need to be. And I believe every woman on a journey of improving and growing and taking up space in her life should have a confident vision. She should have a vision for herself that calls her higher. And she will be preparing herself to be able to receive it and handle it and steward it and be responsible for it, and then use it to build the next thing. So I thank you all so much for tuning in. I thank you for being here. And I want to encourage you to take up space in your own life. Take up space and allow your largeness to expand. Activate your audacity. Because if you don't take up space in your life, I promise you somebody else will. And that's that on that. So I appreciate you all for tuning in. If you have questions, comments, and you're watching this on replay, don't be shy. Drop them and let me know. Let's keep the conversation going. And I will